Welcome back, fellow Axemen. We are here back in the Anchorage, Alaska Lumberjacks franchise here on Madden 24, and we're taking on the Detroit Lions. Last week, actually, I think it's been almost a full week. Last week, we started this series up, got it up and going, then I had to do some Bears franchise. Then I took a break for a few days. Guys, you can't pump these videos out every day when you're a one-man show, okay? So, it's the Drew Lock era all over again. We're 0-1, which is, if you remember Seahawks franchise from Madden 23, the Drew Lock era started off rough, went on kind of rough, ended kind of rough, but hopefully, who knows, maybe he's still only 26 people, okay? So maybe we can turn this around. Right? I mean, maybe we could turn this around and maybe we can make Drew Lock a successful NFL quarterback. So we come in here doing the passing skeleton thing here. And again, this one isn't necessarily even about scoring touchdowns every time. It's about getting that multiplier up. That's what all these are about, getting that multiplier up. And we get up to a silver here and still a good amount of time left. So getting gold is possible. And if you get gold, you can potentially get a dev trade upgrade. And we get gold here. So, doing pretty well. That was this one. That's a nice ball right there to Dubois. Might be Dubois, but I'm going to call him Dubois. So, we get gold. Hey, that's great. Matt Landers gets an upgrade. He was sensational in that first episode. A couple touchdown grabs. And, playmaker. I think moving forward, though, he might just get pure deep threat. Want to get that release up. When guys try to press him, but he seems like, honestly, if I was one of those like clickbait, I don't want to say clickbait, that sounds kind of rude, but if I was making one of those videos like, hey, the top, whatever players to trade for, everyone always says like these kind of like established players. Matt Landers might be a player that you might want to trade for. It just seems like, he has those certain thresholds and certain ratings that makes him really good when actually using him. So if you're someone that plays all your franchise games, like you straight up play them all, Matt Landers might be a guy you might want to look for. Max Mitchell gets an upgrade here, and this is actually good. Honestly, I feel like this offensive line has a shot to actually develop pretty good, just because we got guys who are kind of like in those like upper 60s. We kind of got guys like that, and those guys can develop pretty good. So, yeah, that's nice. John Radigan, he gets a good upgrade here. I believe this is our starting linebacker. He starts for us. That's all I can say, people. He starts for us. So, taking on the Detroit Lions, and, a lot of people have, compared Anchorage and Detroit as cities. Both are complete dumps that you would never want to be in. Sorry to any Detroit or Anchorage people. But either way, we are here taking on the Lions. Both these teams 0-1. Both teams looking, searching, trying to find that first victory of the season. There's the goofball, Jared Goff. Maybe he can make something happen for this Lions team. But we come in here, 2nd and 5. We have the ball. Let's try to make something happen. Let's get on the board first here. That's a good way to win football games, is scoring first. I don't think you can argue with that. But either way, Matt Landers comes up with the catch right there. Pretty nice stuff. So he makes a catch, gets the first down. And we come back here, looking here, looking, trying to read this defense. I thought maybe Dubois could get open, but, they kind of covered that pretty good. So we get with a nice whip route to Landers again. And it feels like his route running is pretty good too. So we go quick hurry up, not, kind of like I like what set we had them caught in. So we try to make something happen here, and we had square open, but either way, we go to Zaidstra, Shane Zaidstra. That really screws with me. But either way, we scored a touchdown there, and again, they ask us to play a lot of defense and play the moments. That's been a complaint the past few years with this, and they probably haven't touched this, but it's like, can you stop asking me to play so much defense? If I wanted to play defense, I would just go play defense. Give me some decent moments to play. And so we're simming through here. 2-minute drill. Let's go get some points here. But we come here, 2nd and 10. Looking, Drew Lock almost missed Cade Johnson on that one, but 11 to 16, 100 yards. That's a decent first half. 3rd and 6. Can we make something happen here? And just don't really have the time to just really let anything downfield develop to pick up that first down. So that moment was failed. So simulating through here, still a close game. Our defense needs my help. We're gonna let the defense handle it. Nope, we're gonna come in and handle it. 3rd and 2. So we can make something happen here, and we're run committing, right? And I picked the right side that time. Not like I didn't pick the right side. I picked like the actual side the running back ran. Didn't matter. So that's great. Here's Goff again. Gonna find his man number 14. He just shoves him off. I believe that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. His brother Equanimous, not as good as football. And 2nd and 2 here. Goff steps back, throws this one. That is a touchdown, and Sam Laporta scores the touchdown. So we're trailing here by 10. Still a game. It's still a game, but in Madden, when your team goes on these losing streaks, that's when that like negative morale stuff starts to affect them. Tried, maybe I wanted to throw a circle, wanted to maybe break open a little bit, but then Aiden Hutchinson came in and hit Drew Lock. So we get to play the moments. 4th and 3. Can we convert here? We haven't clearly had a lot of offensive snaps, a lot of 3 and outs at this point in the game. 3rd quarter, only 21 passes to 16 runs. That's not a very productive offensive day, and that is not a very productive offensive throw right there by Drew Lock. That one just goes right in the dirt, or the turf. They don't have dirt here at Ford Field, I don't think. Grass doesn't grow in Detroit, actually. It's so gloomy. True fact. Big 3rd down, make the stop. CPU, can you make the stop? They force a field goal. So we come back here, 4th and 1. Let's try to make something happen here, This is still a winnable game. That sounds insane, but you get a stop, quick touchdown. Make something happen. So we get a first down there. DJ Dallas gets the run right there. And DJ Dallas just, checking in, getting some runs. We march down the field a little bit here. 3rd and 2 coming up. Try not to go through the playbooks too much. Just want to take the coach suggestions and just kind of take what they give me. This play looks awful, if I'm being honest. So we have to stand in the pocket and wait for DJ Dallas to go out there to get WWE tackled. Did you know Ford Field was the home of WrestleMania 23, because 24 was in Florida. This show was main evented by John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. Little fun fact right there. Drew Lock, he can't see what he's doing. CJ Gardner-Johnson might as well have been John Cena on that play, because Drew Lock, I don't know where he was going with that football. That was not good. That might as well have been John Cena out there, because that would have got picked up at least by 2 other Lions players. That was just a bad play by Drew Lock. And the Drew Lock era is, it comes with a lot of ups and downs, but there's Matt Landers getting a touchdown. So back-to-back games for touchdowns for Matt Landers. That's pretty good. Pretty much open right there, and cuts in, finds the touchdown. He might be a really good player for us. We're going to try to make this guy a star. We lose the game, of course, because our team kind of sucks. But I don't know what else to say. Like, we lost. And some of you are asking if I want to do full game. If I do a full game, I might live stream it. So if you think that's a good idea, maybe we'll try that. So Drew Lock, 23 of 36, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Looks like a decent stat line. Jared Goff. I almost said Jeff Goff. He had a good game. David Montgomery ran all over us. I see D and I wanted to say Drew right away, but not a great game for our offense. Matt Landers with a touchdown. He had a good game. Marvin Jones went off. Sam Laporta had that touchdown. Matt Landers and Shane Z also had touchdowns for us. Jameson Williams, he shouldn't be playing. He likes to gamble, but they have players on here who should gamble that shouldn't be playing. That's why we lost. We should protest this win. We got no sacks. There's no sack in our game, okay? We come up short in the sack here in Anchorage, Alaska. Axemen, Lumberjacks. Jarek Reed, we're going to get him an upgrade. His zone coverage needs to get a lot better. if he's going to be out there playing for us. And +2 awareness, +1 zone coverage. Awareness helps, of course. Shane Zylstra. I hate saying that. That like really screws with my tongue. So Shane, he gets a nice upgrade, actually. So, tight ends always get little decent upgrades, but +1 strength, short route, all good stuff right there. He's kind of small, honestly, for a tight end. 215 pounds. That's pretty light, honestly, in my opinion. But tandem breakout, I believe this was Cade Johnson. He was impressed by Matt Lander's performance, as was I. And, yeah, he definitely did not come up with a performance that would inspire confidence in his game going forward. I don't even know if he had to catch that game. We didn't get too many offensive opportunities. You know, again, play the moments was really kind of hammering home the defense for some reason. I don't know why it does that. We are going to take on the Carolina Panthers and the heavy rain forecast. Now, from my understanding, I have heard from individuals that this will trigger on the next game. Not this game. Like, there's something glitched with it. Where the actual game you end up playing doesn't have the weather that it says it's going to have. So, a little glitch there, a little glitch in the matrix. We get the mock draft, and it says we're going to take a wide receiver in Carlos Patton out of Virginia. I highly doubt we're going to take a wide receiver at 5. We're probably going to take a quarterback if we're at 5. Right now, we're only at 5, so I believe there's other teams that have 0-2 records. My brain is just toast. But other teams have 0-2 records. I'm sure eventually we'll be mocked to have the number 1 pick in the draft. Carlos Patton, I mean, looks pretty good here. Elite to great acceleration, elite to great agility, great to good strength, good to solid speed, though, is a little interesting there. Have to see what that 40 time is, just because of the fact that, you know, those other things look really good. So if he runs like a decent enough 40 where it's like that kind of like 88, 89-ish speed, it won't matter necessarily, because if you get like 1 or 2 speed upgrades throughout the season, he'll be fine if he has great acceleration. So could be a good route runner is my guess as well. Again, you see a route running on some of those as well. So that is something that we have to look forward to potentially. I highly doubt we take a wide receiver that early in the draft. That just is very unlikely. Probably gonna take a quarterback because yeah, the Drew Lock era needs to come to an end already. I'm already over Drew Lock. We're only 2 games into this thing, and I'm like, I do not want to use Drew Lock anymore. Brian Monet, I believe that's how you pronounce that. He gets an upgrade here. We're going to go with Run Stopper for him. And +3 block shedding. That's a pretty impressive upgrade right there, honestly. I like it. Get that block shed rating up. And, yeah, up to a 75, I believe. I believe it's playing down to a 73. I'm always confused on what those pluses mean. If the actual number they show you is the number without the plus, or is that the number with the plus? I always get a little scattered brain on that. I wish they would kind of clarify, but I'm assume that's with the plus. I could be wrong though. So taking on the Panthers here, they have Bryce Young. We have Drew Lock. Does that seem fair to you? There's no rain, so I guess that glitch is real. No rain. Shaq Thompson, what a game he had last week. 9 tackles, and I believe they took a L. So, yeah, they have a lot to talk about there. We don't really have a lot to talk about because our defense is just getting gashed, apparently. They need my help right away. 3rd down, alert. We will take control. Let's try to make something happen. 3rd and 10. Or they give you 3rd and 10, right? Like, come on. Give me some different ones. That should have been picked off at least 2 times. 4th and 10. We're going to stay out here and potentially kick a field goal. Big field goal kick, but I, in my infinite wisdom, said, you know what? Let's catch him off guard. Let's try a little bit of trickeration here, and it doesn't work. Does not work whatsoever. I mean, he's like, what the hell are they doing? I don't know. I thought, hey, let's try to catch him off guard. It's so weird. You think about trying to catch the CPU and Madden off guard, and yet they always seem to know, like, yeah, this dude's about to go for a fake. I don't know how, but they always do. So out comes Bryce Young. He's putting up points on us. He's putting up points on us. 24 before the half, 31 before the fourth quarter, 38. And now they said, hey, you want to score some points? We need some points. Like, you think? We have 0 points here. So let's try to make something happen here. I guess we're going to try a little screenplay, kind of just get the offense moving here. We go a screenplay here to DJ Dallas. I try to cut it back inside, maybe get another extra block to pick up the first down. 9 of 24, under 100 yards so far for Drew Lock. He is just killing it today, folks. So Drew Lock here throws this one up to Matt Landers. Can we make something happen? And we do. Matt Landers breaks a tackle into the end zone. He goes leaping in there. Matt Landers with another touchdown. And again, he just beat his man off. Pause. He just beat his man off the break right there, off the jump. And, yeah, broke a tackle right there. And Drew Lock's like, why can't I do that every time? It's because you were terrible, Drew Lock. We lose another game. We're now 0-3. Football in Alaska is starting to increasingly seem like a terrible idea. 38-7 is your final. Drew Lock is shaking hands with guys like, you tried, man. So QB1 check-in. Let's talk about Drew Lock. You know, our favorite Drew Lock facts, our favorite Drew Lock stats. Your team has struggled out the gate. That's an understatement. The blame usually is being placed at the quarterback. We are going to blame, honestly, it's not Drew Lock's fault. This team is just awful. All the good players that were there before are gone, and Drew Lock doesn't get to play with them anymore. No DK Metcalf and all these other guys. So that, that is Drew Lock has not been given the best situation, but, yeah. Can he put in a good week of practice? No. This was a bad practice. This is like the third time trying it. We're just not getting anything here. So I think those negative team morale things are kind of starting to ding them a little bit here on some of these things, but either way, Kay Johnson comes up there, again, just trying to get that multiplier up so we can, get a nice thing to Dubois, and then he gets just spun around in the air like a helicopter blade. Radigan going to be out with a dislocated wrist. I'm not sure what he was doing to hurt his wrist, but look, lonely nights in Alaska right before that flight to New York. This would be a terrible road trip, right? You're flying from Alaska all the way to New York. That must suck. I wonder how that flight would even go, right? You would probably travel all the way over Canada. Yeah, those type of home games or these type of away games would be terrible for an Alaskan football team. That would just suck. You would probably leave like that Sunday as the game ended. You would leave. So this one has rain. This game has rain. So maybe that, and then we get this cool thing here with Monday Night Football. This is a terrible Monday Night Football game, by the way, but very classic Monday Night Football in a way. There's these cool, like, Monday night, and if you played a Thursday night game, you get these, like, cool, like, different, like, little animations. It's like, I wish they would have different score bugs for Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football and then a regular game. They have different, like, other animations, but they don't have different score bugs. That'd be cool. So, Daniel Jones makes a nice play right there. 3rd and 1 coming up. We do, again, this is another situation where I tried run committing, and we guessed he was an inside run. Doesn't matter. This time we guessed run to the left. Doesn't matter. Saquon just runs right through our tackles and on our defensive line. So it doesn't even matter if we guess right. They're still just going to score on us. I mean, they just ran right through us like we're just a high school football team. So that is rad. So that's what the good people get to see on Monday Night Football. It's just an amazing game of us getting our asses handed to us. I mean, we're just getting the shit kicked out of us right now. 20-0. 3rd and 6 coming up. Let's try to make something happen. Drew Lock, can he make something happen here? Can he turn water to wine? And he throws this one away, and that's going to be an intentional grounding call. Yeah, intentional grounding. Rain looks good this year, I'll say that. Drew Lock's like, come on, seriously? I mean, this sucks already. You can't call that. And then the game's like, want to go for it on 4th and 17? Boy, do I. And I think we would have had X open if we waited a split second, but at that point it's just, hey, get the ball out. That's incomplete. Turnover on downs. So that's not what we wanted, but we hold them to a touchdown. I mean, they could have scored 8 points instead of 7, so there's a plus. Yeah, so 4th and 9 here. Can we make anything happen with Drew Lock? We're on the run here, and if I could have stayed in the pocket, we could have hit R1 right there. But again, pressure came in, had to exit the pocket, and that is going to be thrown short of the first down. And the Drew Lock era is off to an amazing start. I mean, that is a completion. Do we get the ball back? Nope, we don't get the ball back. They say you don't get to play no more. No more. Hey, go get some points before the end of the game. And so we lose this one to the Giants. We're going to put up a big fat goose egg 0. 34-0 is your final. Couldn't even get a field goal in this game. Drew Lock, 12 of 29, 126 yards, 2 interceptions. Average completion was 4.3 yards. Couldn't even run the football effectively. Matt Landers, he's having a season. You know, a couple touchdowns, 5 receptions in this game. Only 4 Lumberjacks caught the football. We get 1 sack from Tyreek Smith. That's 1 more than we had any other game. So got some pressure. That's good. Couldn't force any turnovers. So that is disappointing. Can't create turnovers. Can't get pressure. Can't score points. That spells a recipe for losing football games if you can't score points. Because any number is bigger than 0. So... And yeah, Drew Lock, he felt good about our chances, which makes me wonder what the hell he's smoking. Why would you feel good about your chances on this football team? There's no way Drew Lock's looking around like, I think we got a shot here, guys. Don't even lie about that. Like, hey, let's just keep it respectable. We didn't keep it respectable. We have a bye, an early week 5 bye, which is like terrible. NFL teams hate having early byes, especially now with 17 games. So we're going to go on a team bonding retreat. Now, this is in Alaska. I don't know what that means. I'm going to be frank. With how the travel schedule is, if a team was this far westward, you would have to question if they would even travel back to Alaska, even with the bye week, right? You would probably just stay in like the eastern part of the country, so you can just go to Cincinnati. So we're going to take on the Bengals in the next episode. Not 100% sure if that's going to be kind of like this episode, or maybe I'll live stream that game, and then the VOD will be up here for you guys to watch. So I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll play around with some different ways to do these, but maybe a live stream of a whole game every now and then would be kind of cool to do. +3 deep route for Cade Johnson. You know. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I mean, it's it's an upgrade, man. His deep route goes up to a 67, and getting a +2 boost right now, that'll play it up to a 69, I believe. So yeah, Miles Adams, he gets an upgrade. We just upgrade those 2 other guys, like whatever. So doesn't matter too much, really. Just gotta get through this season. We're 0-4. This team could go 0-17. We'll have to see, but that would be funny if that happens. But yeah, I feel like we can beat a bad team, right? I think we can beat a bad team. We'll have to see if that can happen, though. We'll have to look at our schedule, see who's bad, and kind of pick, all right, we'll go play them, see if we can make it happen. So either way, be sure to hit like, be sure to hit subscribe for more Axemen franchise, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.